What's up, YouTube? This is my channel, High and Logical. My name's Gabe, if you don't know that already. I hope everybody who is walking into this video has had a great year so far. I can't say that it has been the best. If it hasn't been the best, I hope that you can make it to your best advantage. For the people who have conquered this year to make it better for themselves and to build something up for themselves, congrats. Everybody gets a round of applause. Even if you haven't acquired such feelings, then just make sure you work harder. That's all about it is just making sure that you put the effort in towards it. It's been a year since I've posted a video, which has been a long time, but I needed to reflect on some things about how I wanted to think about my YouTube and then think about every other thing too that I needed to make sure that I keep spaced between each other. It's been a pretty big struggle just in making sure that I can just stay mentally stable, you know, not everybody is able to stay stable nowadays with all the things that we have going on. COVID is always a big issue, politics, so on and so forth, etc., etc. I kind of wanted to just take this time just to, you know, make sure that you know that you are your own change for yourself. And even if you want to bring change through other people, then you also have to make sure that you can at least give it to, make sure that you tell people in a way that they can at least understand it. If they don't want to understand it, that's completely fine. If nobody understands your way, that's okay too. It's okay to be selfish for your own endeavors. And now I'm sure everybody is always, people who do know how my videos go or who I am as a person, they're probably, oh Gabe, why are you doing this whole positive thing again? We've already heard this 10 billion times. And that may be true, but I mean, even in your strongest moments or even in your weakest moments, sometimes some people just need a little incentive, just a little push, just to give them, to put their foot in the door just so that they can get into a right mind state of being able to do things. And that's pretty much like the entire thing I really wanted to do on this. I can't say that I've really been, let's see here, straightforward with my own specific opinions on the things that I talk about. And I don't always agree with everything about how everybody wants to look at things. But I mean, that's completely okay. People always have to make sure that they take it at different outlooks. But I see for myself thinking over this year about how it has been kind of like a stop because I'm not speaking for myself about how I feel about these things. And that definitely takes a toll on it when you're trying to make sure that everybody stays happy with both sides of the equilibrium. And I mean, I'm always like that. I'm always a peacekeeper, I'd say. Even some of my friends or people who do know me, they know that I'm definitely one of those people that tries to make sure that I don't try to get involved in anything, or if I don't really need to speak my motive, then I don't really need to. But speaking your word is definitely something that everybody should at least try to do, to speak at least your opinion about things. And as I said, that's exactly what I want people to do on here, is just speak your opinion. Now, there are specific things that you don't need to be putting in a specific way, or your opinion. There are certain opinions that just don't need to be said, and people do need to keep those certain ones for themselves, especially if it does involve like racism, sexism, so on and so forth. I don't agree with any of that, you know, and there are always ways of where sometimes like mentally like you'll think some things like that, but me personally, I try to avoid those things so I know that everybody can make sure that everybody is equal, so everybody should stay equal no matter what it is, be race, creed, color, sex, whatever it may be. Just let people do what they want to do. It's not your life. If it really was your responsibility, then I feel like you would take that. But people are taking it to where they would rather talk about other people's things, that they would rather have them change, but they're not looking at themselves. And that's a pretty big thing that people should be doing nowadays, is taking a look inward to see of how you're coming off to people, how you're reflecting on yourself, what you are bringing to your kids, what you are teaching to your entire community, and etc. And that's definitely something that I've been trying to apply for myself this entire time over this past year, is how I want to look at things. Yeah, I want to talk about some of these other things, but it's also kind of stressful. I don't want to put stress on so much people. This about the news thing that I was doing. It seemed like a good idea, but at the same time, we see the news like 24/7. Everything's always going on, and then when it comes to fake media, when we don't even know anything that we're even looking into nowadays, because we read one article and bam, we think we know everything. And it just take your time to research. That's the big problem with things nowadays, is that everybody can just put whatever they want, and all of a sudden it spreads, and bam, people think it's one thing, and it's not even like that at all, and then people get upset. A big reference would be like movies or video games. They always expect it to how people want it to be their way, but I mean, how can you expect it to be your way? There are things that they definitely need to change, and there are things that they can do to appease fans, and that can go to a bunch of other different things too. But that's just how it is, where you can't always expect everything that you want to be. If you really want to change that, and stepping outside of those little boundaries of videos and video games and so on and so forth, for yourself, is that if you really want to change it, go change it. That's all I want to really do, is just influence change, and that's what I want to tell people to do, is just influence change. Make sure that you can tell people whatever they want to do, no problem, because it's not really your way of telling of how people should do things, but just supporting them however they want to do it. And I'm glad for all the people that I know, all my friends that are making it this far, to make sure that they can stay ahead, to conquer their dreams, to make sure that they get ahead on their own self, mentally, spiritually, and physically. That I wish you the best to continue on. And as for myself, I just will continue on anyway, even if nobody really wants to oblige to this, which is completely fine. I'm completely past the whole point now to where I really ever thought about this being about money. Like, in the beginning it was, but that was 6 years ago when I first started this with my group of friends, and it's changed so dramatically from that I do want to make sure that I can incorporate other things that appease to other people besides just giving a positive encouragement the entire time. But as I said, everybody in their weakest moments or even their darkest moments need a good pick-me-up. Even if it's just somebody to tell them that they're doing a good job, which I hope everybody is doing, then that's all people should really need, just to make sure that they can carry on. And for the people that are constantly just speaking their bullshit, always wanting to tell people how they do it, just stay out of it. Go do something else. Apply that energy for yourself. If you really can spend the time to do all that crap, then you can definitely make sure to do it for all your bullshit or whatever you want to say that's going on with you. If that's really the case, then put it that way. But I guess that's just kind of more of just a little life update. I hope everybody can apply that to themselves, and if they can't, then like I said, the door's back there. It's okay. I'm not really gonna fret. But I hope everybody has a great night and a great week. I will try to make sure that I am staying on top of this, because I have a whole thing that I've been trying to make sure to push for myself, to be better, to be better, to be better. As I said, this is about betterment. We are the change for yourself, for other people, for anything and so forth. If it's about for a good cause, make sure that people can support that. Make sure that you can get your word out there, and don't be a dick about it. If you're just going to be a dick about it and tell people how they should look at it, then screw off. The politest way I can really put it. But otherwise, yeah, apply that for yourself. Please like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. I welcome you to at least just welcome and thank you for viewing my video. I hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you guys later.